Hi everyone, this is Charley and welcome back to City Skylines, Walla Walla Valley. I was just looking through the city a little bit, see what we could actually be done. We did this very nicely done avenue the last episode, but I feel like we need more connections. We also need to expand because our population is dropping a little bit and our income is quite unstable. I did do now. Before I started recording, I did pay back that loan, and now we only have that loan left to pay. But I am thinking, because one thing we are going to do, we are going to connect this road, this long winding road going down. I'm going to connect it, swindling a little bit down by the cliffside and over this way. I try to connect it over to that little point, so we create another. It's like encloses into a little circle, that one. We're also going to connect that point of road with that one, just to create more access points, because right now the only access point this area has to that side, besides going down all that down this route, is by this avenue. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. So, and we don't really have much money either, and we've got some little demands. I'm just trying to figure out what is it we need to do. Obviously, we're going to expand, and I'm not sure building bridges is the right way to do right now. But how about this? Pause the game. Let's take the middle loan. Do you want to pay that one back? No. Let's just take the 60,000. And then first of all, just build these connections that I was talking about. So I have an idea that I'm going to go, that's sort of it, and then it turns out like that. Bridge that little beauty. Not really a fan of that it bridges that far back. I'm going to do the, hold on. Can you, what's, well, I can do that. Okay, then we created those points, and that will be road, and that little bit will be bridge, and I think that's perfect. Yeah, and now we just need to raise it, and don't say I actually made a mistake, because I want, of course, I want it to be leveled. Align height with that bit. We're going to do the same thing for, actually not for that. I think we align it for that bit, but then it's going to look a little wonky. If we align it with that one, it is going to look a little bit, yeah. Try to get you up a little, and then I think that's pretty okay. It has a very gentle slope, but I like it. So we're going to keep that. Yes. And then we just smooth it out around. So now we have created another connection. Let's just lower the brush size a little, because it's a little bit on the too much side. We could actually do, because while I do that, yeah. Can we do the same thing here? We'll just smooth it out, because that means that might actually look. But then again, that pathway doesn't make sense. That's the thing. If we do the split right on that side, and then that one was, yeah, okay, that makes a bit more sense. Okay, so we have that connection done with. I just have to make sure I don't start the game, because then it's not going to end well. And then I'm thinking we'll just connect these two with, maybe we should just go straight. Maybe that's the way to go. It looks fine. I'll just smooth it out a little. It looks fine. So it has a connection for the pedestrians now. And the next one was going to be this one, because I want to develop this one a little bit. It's going to be a little bit more offices and some industry, I think. But then again, it's not really ideal to have too much industries in that section, because the highway connection is very far away. Because this is not a highway connection, that's just an interloop, and we just have an avenue going across. But then here we're going to have a highway connection, so it might actually make sense to have some industry, because I could just go the avenue and then pop back up. But then again, yeah, because I think industry makes a bit more sense, because I was also looking at the education level. We don't really have that many well-educated. Even usually, I think it's the well-educated the ones they want for officers. Let's just have a quick look. Do we have any officers? We do. We have a few. They are actually okay with just regular educated people. I thought they wanted the higher ones. What's this one? Oh, so officers might be okay. Maybe. We'll try it. We'll try it and see what happens. But before we do that, let's just see if we can connect this up. So I'm thinking I'll up until that point, because I do want you, both of those little dots, to be at the same level. And it is bridging up. And then I'm thinking it'll go like that. And I think this little bit is going to be bridged. I don't want to do that bit, because I'm probably going to raise levels up around it. I think that's okay. But I should probably make sure that that one gets lowered to the ground like so. And then we'll create because I did want it to be a little bit more a winding road. Let's think something like that, and then we'll first of all, my guidelines, thank you, and then it'll connect like that. That's okay. I like that. That's a pretty good connection. So I'll try to keep as much of the trees as possible. I will remove that one because I would like to make a little stop with the guidelines. I'm thinking I want to do something like as straight as possible. Is it something like that? Because then we have this winding road going through the trees, which could be quite beautiful, I think. Not entirely sure yet. And then that leaves the opportunity to create this little section. Do I want it to go straight? I mean, that also makes a little bit sense. So we'll do that. I like it. Oh, it's so nice. It looks very, very nice. How do we do this the best way? How do we make sure? So wait, 10, 20, 30. Could I do it like that? And then have that connection just be straight? What does that mean for this little bit then? That is what I would like to know. I think we're going to go just 10. And then we'll go a little bit straight, and then we'll try to finish it off in a curve. I like that. It's goes a little bit, you know, all over the place. But I think it's going to work in our favour, I hope. And then we have that road connection. And what if that continues? It's not perfect. So I'm thinking that we'll... what's the best way we could do this? If we go 10 units... What if I do... where's my guidelines? Where are you? I don't know. That's not perfect, is it? No. What we could do, we could just make this connection. Which one is it? It's that one. Then they have the same. That's 12 units. That's also 12. Okay. And then they have the same spacing. I think it works okay. It's not... no, let's just leave it as it is. I'm a little bit unsure about that, but it's just, I think it's going to be fine. And then we'll make a little bit of a winding road going on. If I was thinking I'll do that, like so. And then I'll do this and connect it up like so. It's a bit too close, but I think we're going to be able to work around it. Yeah. Okay, so we've got still 54,000 left. our electricity production, we have connected it all the way up to the dam, so I think we're okay with that. There's only this bit that's left a little bit on its own, but it has its own little network. How much does these produces? Was it 7, 14, 21? So I think we're okay. I think we're okay to go with the ones we have. Water is going to be an issue in a little bit, but I think it's fine. I think we can make it. Now, so we have this little area. So let's just try to put everything down. What should we have? I think we should actually have a bike path that goes. Actually, what will make more sense is if we try to make a bike path that goes all the way from this roundabout and over to that. Or maybe we have from this little road. Or maybe, because I want to use the bike path. I want the bike path to make sense. What if we do this? So we'll take advantage of these. I don't think that's. Is it this one I need to use? Because what if it follows? Because I'm not going to go closer to that highway because it's already a bit too close. I think that's fine. And then we go straight. I don't like it. How about we go on freehand? Because I think we can get it to work better that way. I think so. Yeah, this looks fine. So I'm thinking it'll just follow at the back of this for quite a while, up until that point. So it's like a separate, I don't know, bike system. But then it should probably, I think it should actually start to tunnel. Or we could bridge it, should we? Yeah, let's do that. I like it. I like bridges a bit more because, as I think I've said that in previous episodes, that bridges makes a bit more sense in the way that you can actually see what's going on. Should we go with 6 units? I think we should, and go down. That's more than enough height, so I think they should be satisfied with that. And then you go, and then we turn that one off and have you go on your own. And then I want you to connect somehow. I think I'm going to take the guidelines on, and then we'll keep the 9 in height because I think that makes a little bit sense. Okay. How about, can we make it similar as the other one? If we do elevated straight slope, what will that look like? First of all. Oh, that looks nice. So it's like a similar. Oh no, the pillar disappeared. Why? Why did it do that? That's annoying. How do I lower it? Okay, page down to lower it. Don't want it to. Where does it glitch through? So if we do like that, that's when it starts to glitch through. And I think that makes a bit more sense. Okay, beautiful. So we got our first bike path from that one over, and then it goes like that. Don't really know, but we're going to have a few connections. So I think we're going to have down to ground with you, and we're going to have, we'll go with grids, and I think we'll have another connection over that side. So it's just a few where they can jump off. Yeah. Okay, so it's time to start to fill this in. Do we have pipes? No, we don't. Okay, let's just connect you up. have you follow this road and then go under the avenue. And then I think I'm just going to connect it back up. I know I'm wasting a little bit of money on this because I don't need to be this thorough. But I don't really care at this point. Let's just pipe everything in, so we don't get any whining citizens later on, and that is complaining that their precious creator forgot something. I think that's okay. Yeah. I do want the pathways coming in. So what if we? So let's just eyeball that. Just regular pathways. So we'll put you like so, and then we're going to have a little one sticking going a different direction, a little bit down that way. I think that's fine. We can stick one through. Well, actually, I'll use this free spacing between the squares. That's fine. Yeah, I like it. That's going to be a little neighborhood. So we're going to pop. Oh, we don't have any. We don't have any electricity over here. Maybe I should try to get that one going, because we could do it like this. Let's not make. I don't want to destroy those rocks because I actually like them. So if we do like that, then it should be easy to do. So first of all, let's just put a small house over that side so they'll get connected. And then we'll just zone the rest of it in. I'm not sure if anyone is actually going to want to live here. It is very deserted in a way. Where does the trees end? I think that's okay. I like this method that I'm doing. Because it just, I don't know. Because if you look at this area that I created in a previous episode, this one, that was the one I really like. Because it just makes... I mean, it also makes a little bit sense with this avenue, because then you have, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I like the idea of it, and that's the idea I like to try to keep. That's why I'm doing the same thing here. And they're complaining about electricity, because the house is not built. But someone is going to build that soon enough, so let's just not zone anymore until someone actually decides to build. Now, I'm just waiting. It's bound to be, because there is demand for it. So once that house is getting built, the Paris issue is okay. But what we could do, we're on the plus side, so we're fine. Let's go back to this little beauty. So let's just make that connection so we can start putting in some shopping, which is going to be on that street. And same thing on the other one. I do want to keep those trees, so we are going to keep them. Something like that. Perfect. And we'll put that on as well. So where's seriously, is no one going to build? Well, I guess I'll do that then. So they won't stop complaining. We are losing money now, so I'm a little bit worried about that. But I think it's going to be okay. Not really sure where we're going to, because we do need more industry. So should I just go for offices? I mean, it could be interesting. Maybe we should go for offices, because it's getting a little bit denser on this side. So if we continue to keep a bit more of the dense on this side, so it'll look like a little bit that they're merging together. And then we'll keep this one area a little bit more suburban. I think those extra roads and those extra bridges helped. Where is the other one? I think that one also helped, because it's just more for those living in this side, and it just gives a different route to get to that place. Okay, let's just try it. So we'll put some offices at the back, mixing with commercials. Because what kind of office could we put here? We could do like that, and up until that point, and then I don't really want to do much else. Or we just do the entire bit, and then we could just paint everything in with concrete. Because then I don't know, because it's since it's not really built like according to the grid in that kind of way. I think if I do like this, oops, wait, then we can just. How do I? Oh yeah, I need to right click. Okay, sure, I get you. Because then I can do this and just fill everything in, and then it just makes a little bit more sense, that little area. And then we could do the same thing actually. In the other area, we could. How about what if we put down like one of these little plazas? Maybe what one? Maybe this one. I think that's the least amount of squares it's going to take up, and then we'll just put shopping. I want to put down a shopping center. There is that one from I think the monuments. I really like that one. So what will that do? If I put concrete, it won't remove those tiles. Okay, that's good. So it'll be a little bit of a concrete jungle, but I think it's going to look good in the long run. And people are biking, yay! It looks damn high though. I mean, can you imagine? It's like, I mean, it's not that terrible long hill, but once you get up, you got a bit of straight, and then you got like a perfect curve down. So maybe. Right. So I'm thinking we'll put a few offices just there, and then maybe we'll go with apartments. Only to go back. Is there an apartment we can put? We could put just small ones, and then it starts to go back a little to just the regular housing. We should put a school in here, because that also just makes sense. Can I go? I think I can. I'm not sure if the apartments is going to look good, but we'll start with that. So, where should we put the school? Because technically it's the high school. That's a little bit. We only have one, but we don't really have that many teenagers. We don't really need an elementary, because we have the capacity for it. It's just that all of the kids have to sort of drive with cars. So I don't know, but I would like to put one down. Wait, where am I? There's this one. What I could do is that if I put it right here, and then I'll change that pedestrian road to be a little bit like that. Okay, bear with me, because then I could paint this bit. Actually, no, it's not going to look good. No. What if I just do? That's the thing. I think it's just too close. No, it's just those parking spots. What if we put that one over that? What if we do like that instead? Just because. Darn it. Because then that makes a little bit more sense, and it's a little bit more filled in, and I like that a little bit better. We'll just remove that because it just looks weird. Right, where are my oak trees? The ones I love so much. Because we do need to fill this area in. Let's just see if we can do. We'll use a few of these bushy trees and a twin trunk, to make this area a little bit more gardened. Perfect. And then this is just going to be housing. Perfect. I love it. That's a very nice looking area. I like it. And then it makes a bit more sense to actually if the cars are getting parked there, because it's actually concrete all the way in. The income is getting a little bit more steady now. I like it. I did. Oh no, my God! Why did I choose apartments? That's not looking nice. That's not a nice apartment building. I'm sorry, but it's not. How about this? Remove. Oops. Okay. Sorry. How about this? We just put this giant old oak tree. It's like the giant oak tree in the middle of the neighborhood that all the kids are used to play with. I don't know. Did you ever have a tree in your neighborhood when you grew up that everyone used to climb in? I didn't really, but we lived right next to a pond. So we used to well, I didn't, but I had neighbor children who used to swim in the pond. I don't think it was for swimming actually. I don't really know why, but we had it. It's still there, and they actually have made now a beautiful playground next to it with some hideout places for the younger ones. I think that looks okay. I like it. Okay, that's just one building. I was a little bit worried about that. Let's just patch this up green. I wouldn't mind having a bit of that. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to frame it a little. I don't know, mark it as just, there's nothing really to do that at the back there. Yeah, it's looking nice. I like it, and I like this little concrete. And then we have this little park area in the middle, so it makes a little bit more sense. I like it. It's starting to get developed, and I love the new bridges. How's the traffic looking? 86%. That's not bad. The only one is this one, which is sort of understandable because I think a lot of these cars on that road, most of them are coming from the highway. And they just basically wants to go to this industry area, so which is why we need to get a second highway connection sorted. Not that it's going to be any different, but is there any? Which route are these guys taking? There's lots of private vehicles coming from that area because there's some people living there as well. Most depressing area, but it's there. So all the trucks where they are going. They have that highway connection, so they're not that bothered about that one. So all of the industry coming on, which one is it? Is it that one? Yeah. They're all going to that area. We do have a city service, but we got some industry going on down here as well. So why? What kind of? No, I don't know where are they going? Which route are they choosing? So they're also choosing. Okay, so it's a bit more straightforward. They just go straight through the roundabout and down. So that's quite straightforward. It's just this area, that's creating a little bit of traffic. But I think it's going to be okay in the long run, as long as I don't expand it more than what it already is. So if it just stays like this, I think it's going to be okay. But we definitely need to sort out a better highway connection. So I think I'm going to try to do that in the next episode, sort that one out. So probably delete that industry area and make some kind of, or maybe we're just going to have to do it a little bit further down because otherwise it's going to be awfully close to that one. But either way, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!